Once I realized how much caulking I was going to have to do, I was like, oh no, I ain't got the hand strength for all of that. Because I got to caulk the top and bottom of every single piece of molding, the top and bottom of all the crown molding, and the tops of all the baseboards. My hand wasn't finna be.
There was a time my house was neat and so was I was thinner back then. I would go out with my friends, but somehow that's gone bye-bye. Now I look around, there are piles strewn about. Is this dirty or clean? I'm finding out what it means. This is not just a house, it's a depression nest. I don't know how I got here. Depression nest, I don't know where to start. Depression nest, caving in on me. My life is simply falling apart. Depression nest. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Tracy May. Welcome back to Depression Nest, the show where I'm trying to declutter and redesign my home and my mind. After last week's bad, terrible news of my financial advisor telling me that it's time for me to get a job again, I sort of fell into like a little bit of a rut. Didn't really feel like talking on camera during this time. And so I knew I still had to like get the work done. So I was doing a lot of time lapsing. And so that's the sort of video that you're going to get today. But I'm going to pop in every now and then and talk y'all through what I'm doing. For example, right here, I decided because the corners were so hard for me to figure out for the crown molding cuts, I decided to do the corners separately than the rest of the piece. So I'm installing the corners first, and then I come in with this just straight cut, and then I install that in the center. I would have rather messed up some very tiny pieces of molding than to mess up a whole long piece because I'm terrible at math. So yeah. Let's get into it. I am determined to finish this crown molding. I am absolutely determined. I'm ready for it to be over and done with. I'm ready. Okay? I have lost a little bit of so it's not as perfect as, maybe if it took me like 2 days to do, but 3 weeks, yeah, I'm just throwing it up at this point. It's just getting thrown up there. I just felt like if something is really bothering me, I'll just take it down eventually and do it over, or I'll just get used to it and live with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still trying to put it up there good, but I'm not trying to put it up there perfect. So here's what I have left. Hold on, I gotta switch my slippers and I gotta switch into my construction slippers. Here's where I left off. I have to do this, and this full wall. And that piece is already cut for that corner. I still have to finish painting. Like, I'm not finished painting yet. I still have the trim, the doors. Like, I'm not finished. And I still have to put up the box trim. Like, it's a lot going on, y'all. But we are going to keep going. Okay. We got this. Yay. Y'all know my saw is upstairs. So it was a lot of going upstairs, going downstairs, trying to fit, going upstairs again, cutting it a little bit more, going downstairs. It was a lot of that. At a certain point, I was cruising. Right? I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting this. I got this. Like, we got this. It's simple, easy. Keep going. And then all of a sudden, I hear this grating, irritating. No, I got to this piece where I had to fit this coping side, and then I had to go back to whittling. you see me carving into the crown, trying to get a perfect fit, trying to get a nice tight fit. That's what he said. It still wasn't fitting, so I had to do it again. I had to whittle down. Finally, I think I got it to where it was like good enough, because like I said, throughout this process, it just reminded me that perfectionism is never going to win against crown molding, at least not in the beginning stages. Like maybe if I were to become a crown molding pro, then maybe I could perfect it. But baby, on this first one, oh no. I'm lucky that it's even up there. I'm lucky that it's still up there. It's holding up. Okay? But yeah, so I finally got it up there. It was a journey though. This is the final piece of crown molding. If it doesn't fit, I'll see y'all next lifetime. Okay? Okay. All right, let's go see. Let's go see if it fits. What did I do wrong? It's not fitting well. I think I gotta shave some off the top right here. But other than that, it fits. I'm gonna consider that a win. Yay! I just gotta do some fine tuning. Crown molding, you may have won this time. But I'm gonna get you. It's not gonna be today. It's probably not gonna be tomorrow, but I will conquer you flawlessly. So I went upstairs and cut the piece. Here's where I messed up. I got a little too confident. I was like, yeah, I already know the dimensions. You know what I'm saying? So then I went ahead and slapped the glue on there. You know what I'm saying? Just being too confident. Honey, I get to the other side right here and I'm like, uh-oh. The corner ain't connecting like it's supposed to connect. It's a big gap. Oh my God. So I finished the crown molding. There's one corner, of course, the very last corner is ugly as okay. I'm gonna see what caulk is gonna make it look like. I have a feeling that if it's something that I constantly stare at, I'm going to have to like make a little corner piece or something right there. Like I'm gonna have to do something special for that corner, because the reason why it's not working is because remember, that's the corner that I did the mudding and the taping on, and the corner is kind of rounded. It's not like a very pointy corner because I don't know what I'm doing, clearly. Yeah, that's really what the problem is. The angle didn't fit right because the corner isn't really a corner. It's like a bull nose or something. So I'm gonna try to live with it for a little while if it's something that I'm constantly staring at, because it is like my bed is gonna be here and I sleep on that side of the bed. If I'm like in the bed in the middle of the night and I'm just like looking at it, then eventually it's gonna have to change. I am going to try to get this up. And now that I know what I'm working with, I'm definitely gonna have to put in some pin nails, but I'm okay with the pin nails because the pin nails are super tiny. They barely leave a hole. So I'm okay with using the pin nails in the soundproofed wall. When I put the glue on there and put it on the wall, I don't think it's gonna stay up. You know what I'm saying? The glue just gonna start sliding. That's what has been going on with this stuff at the top. Another thing I wanted to tell y'all about this box trim is that because I got this polyurethane box trim, it's like, not flexible, but it gives a lot, right? So I have to make sure when I'm putting it on the wall that I'm putting it on the wall straight. I don't want it to be like flexed in or bowed out. I want it to be on there straight. So I just have to make sure to sometimes step back, look at it, use my level, make sure everything is level. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get the bigger level. I'm gonna remeasure my top and my bottom, right? Because now my crown molding is up. So now I can get the measurement between the top and the bottom, and then I can figure out, remember all that math we did that time? I can figure out where this needs to be.
somewhere around here-ish. This is what I'm thinking. These things, if the glue don't hold, these things have been clamped for weeks at this point. So if the glue don't hold and these things been clamped like this for weeks, it ain't gonna never hold. If I'm doing well, I'm just gonna let the time lapse go and then I'll pop back in to let you know what I'm thinking so far. I'm gonna try to do the twins first and then I'll figure out that center piece. Okay, let's go.
Y'all ain't gonna never believe what happened. Y'all remember last week I went to put the box trim up and it came crashing down and I threw my hands up and I went to bed. You know what I'm saying? Was that 2 weeks ago? That could have been 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Okay, y'all see me putting it up there, me taping it up there again like I did last time. Boom. And it fell right back into pieces. So I just said, forget it. I am just going to put it up here piece by piece. The reason I was trying to put it up there as a full box is because I'm so bad at math and I wanted there to be like less opportunities for me to mess up the measuring. So I thought if I put it up there as a whole box, at least I knew the box was boxing. You know what I mean? But that box kept falling apart, honey. I was over it. So I just put it up there one piece at a time and it was fine. And then when I got to the second side, the box stayed intact, like it stayed together. So that was easier to put up. It was almost like I could just tack it up there. So it was pretty easy. And then I had to, do some more measuring to find out how big the middle square was going to be. And then we put that up. Okay. And the camera looked straight enough. Yeah, right? Right? That one, it looks a little high on that side, but that's okay. I think I'm good with it. I think I have reached get it over with stage, which is terrible for me because once I reach the get it over with stage, all quality goes down the drain. So, here we go. So yeah, it got up there pretty easily, just like the other two. I also wanted to show y'all how I was installing the thinner molding on the inside box. I'm showing y'all this, but I just want to, spoil it for you for future versions of yourselves. I end up changing this. I didn't like it, just to be honest. I didn't like where I put it. So I end up changing this in the future, so don't get too attached. We did it, Joe. We did it. It's not perfect, but we figured it out. And I still have to touch up the paint here and there. But, oh God. That just about took me out. I believe that it took me about 3 weeks. And that includes like all of the painting and the cutting and figuring out like how to install and then messing up and then, talking to the company and, just trial and error. And I'm still not finished. Like I have touch-ups to do. I have to caulk everything. And I actually got this, I'm gonna show y'all. I just got this Ryobi caulk gun, an electric caulk gun. So you put the thing in there and then you just, it has a battery. It's just like all my other Ryobi tools. Once I realized how much caulking I was gonna have to do, I was like, oh no, I ain't got the hand strength for all of that. Because I gotta caulk the top and bottom of every single piece of molding, the top and bottom of all the crown molding, and the tops of all the baseboards. Yeah. So it's giving, no, my hand wasn't finna be
figure out, because I've never had crown molding before. I gotta figure out like, so now my curtains can't go floor to ceiling. They go floor to crown molding. And that don't look weird. That ain't weird to y'all. I just have to, you know, keep on keeping on. I have to keep telling myself that I deserve nice things. I deserve happiness. I deserve. So, all right, y'all. If you have depression, you are not alone. And y'all have to stay tuned because I got to figure out what to do with these floors. And also, I got to figure out how to put this bed together because they don't have no instructions because I got it from the store as a floor model. So, yeah, it's going to be it's a guessing game. Maybe they have the instructions online. I don't know, but y'all got to stay tuned to see what that look like. And then we got to figure out how to mount this TV and run the electrical. Like, just stay tuned. But in order to stay tuned, you have to what? Stay here. Correct. Thank you very much for your participation. I will see y'all next time. Love you down. Bye. Also, I wanted to let y'all know, I have depression, sure. I have ADHD, of course. But I am not operating on a hairpin trigger, if that makes sense. Like, y'all don't have to be so careful around me. Like, if you say like one bad thing, I'm not gonna jump off a bridge and like kill myself or whatever. And so I don't want y'all to think that like you can't offer me any pieces of advice or you can't tell me things without being like super ginger. A couple of y'all that, you know, follow me on Instagram and stuff like that, y'all already know what it is. Y'all be like, Tracy, now clean that up. What are you doing? And honestly, I need parenting. Can y'all just be my mom, please? Just tell me what I need to clean up and I'll do it eventually. But I know there was one girl, but she was like, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer or whatever she said. But she was like, I don't think the floor is going to go with your new wall color. You know, she was like very gingerly saying what she wanted to say. You ain't got to do that. You really didn't have to do that. Like, I'm not operating on a hairpin trigger. Listen, my family is a talk about you down family, okay? And I will snap back if I feel offended. Or I might be like, girl, what you talking about? You want to go there? Because I like to argue, okay? Scorpio, purr. So you don't have to treat me with like, what's that saying? With something gloves? Kid gloves? Is that it? Yeah. Means to handle someone or something with extreme care, gentleness, and tact, often because they are perceived as delicate or sensitive. Yeah, you don't have to handle me or treat me with like you got on kid gloves. I'm a big girl. I can take some stuff. Now, please be aware that if you do say something offensive, I do clap back. And I like to. And I like to argue and I like to go back and forth. That's why these